So how long would it take you to realize what's wrong with this person?
Oh, usually within an hour. Really honestly, I can take the blood, look at the history, and I know what's going on. And then if I'm correct when I treat it, they should start to feel better, and the blood should change right away. And, most of the time, that's so much fun to do that, to watch the patient come in there limping and walk out.
They need diseases to make money, don't they?
That's right. It's all disease. Everyone makes money on disease management. No one makes money on cures.
Isn't that amazing?
It's
really amazing.
It's all brainwashing. It's amazing, the propaganda. Experts say this. Well, how are we experts if we're 37th in the world and we haven't cured anything? There have been the work that I talk about. There's been Nobel Prizes winning on this type of work that I'm talking about, and yet the U.S. has just pushed that aside. Now, hypertension is another story. We need to figure out why. We talked earlier about the pumping of the heart. What I do with that is I can make the vessels more elastic. If we make it more elastic, the hypertension will start to calm down. I'm not against using medications on them at the beginning, but the name of the game is give me time, and we'll slowly get that pressure down. As we get it down, we'll get you off the medicines.
What do you think of statins?
Statins, in fact, I can tell you something. That's such a smoke and mirrors philosophy. There's the latest study on Lipitor that people are having, and this is 48 hours ago, people are having what's called global amnesia. You go to sleep, 2 days later you're up in Arizona, and you don't know how you got there. Whole blocks of memory are being lost with Lipitor.
Whoa.
Look it on the internet. It's frightening. There was one guy didn't remember anything outside of his first 12 years of his life. His memory was blanked out completely from the Lipitor. So they're going after this stuff. They blame it on cholesterol. Cholesterol is the single most important thing for the brain. Every genius has got a high cholesterol. Retarded people got low cholesterols.
That's amazing.
You're never told any of that. Inflammation is the key and the cause, and cholesterol heals that, but the doctors are causing the inflammation mainly, and that they don't want you to know.
Medical doctors, when they talk to you, do they hate you?
I'm not very popular. Let's put it that way. And I don't talk now much to medical doctors. I did a lot in Arizona, but I deal very closely with osteopaths, very closely with naturopaths. My daughter's an acupuncturist, and I deal closely with people like that.
How did the ancients, the shamans, how did they know what they know?
Oh, first of all, modern medicine is only 150 years old. Before that, we were going after helping the body get better. We weren't using these chemicals. This is a new thing that's come into our society. The shamans, they knew a heck of a lot better stuff. It was getting the spirit organized, getting the emotions organized, getting the body working together. That's a magnificent creation. To arrogantly cut it apart and say you're going to make it better is incredible to me. I call the cosmetic surgery, I call it barbaric cosmetology today.
Jeez.
I mean, you're doing what to a person? You're going to cut their face apart and lock the system down? Oh, my God. And this they call health care? What's gone on to me, it's brainwashing. We've been so brainwashed. Listen to the news every night. We're the best. We're the experts. We're this. No, we're not. No, we're not. Look at the statistics. It's very, being in medicine, I wanted to help people. I was so depressed doing it the standard way that I just had to find other answers. It was impossible. I was going to quit the system because this was crazy.
Gosh, I bet Big Pharma hates you.
Oh, then I'm not very popular. And I think that's a lot of the reasons that I told you with the insurance companies that I got my problems in Arizona is because they monitor you. And I was very outspoken and being monitored by the insurance companies, and that was it. I think that's what set it up. The monitoring by the insurance companies, if you think about that audit that I had, that's totally spying on you of who's doing what out there.
Harvey, what does good blood look like? What does bad blood look like?
Oh, that's very interesting, and you can see some of that on my website. But basically, the cells should be round and full. There's activity in the blood. You'll see things dancing around the blood, and I rate that should be a moderate dancing. It depends on the size of the platelets. And then there are pictures in the blood. It's all over the blood. There are pictures of intestines and stuff like that. Everyone's got things that are off in the blood, but the real key is the size and shape of the cells and how filled they are with oxygen and the platelets. And if I follow those, I can tell you how far offline you are, how well oxygenated you are. But it's looking at the blood has been so much. It tells you so much of everything, and it's amazing that no one does that. I got microscopes at home. I got microscopes in the office.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere because it's amazed that I'm the third person in U.S. history to look at the blood.
Do you recommend that everybody get a blood chemistry checkup?
First of all, again, it's not the MD. So if you're going to go to your osteopath, I don't have a problem with the blood chemistry on that. But I get them occasionally, but I can tell just from the drop of blood what the ball game is about. The problem is if you get the MD and your liver tests are off, they don't really know why.
No, they don't. What do they give you? Pills, right?
Right. And, to me, if you got your liver tests off, I try to figure out why, and then there's ways that I can make the liver work better. And, that's what I do. That's nothing in modern medicine. They never teach you how to make the body work better.
What causes your liver enzymes to be wacky, and then all of a sudden they're good again?
Well, it depends. The liver cleans up all the garbage in the body. And that's the key. If alcohol is a poison, that affects the liver. So it depends on, the diaphragm is a real key because the diaphragm actually squeezes the bile out of the liver. And if your diaphragm is not working, that'll back up the liver. So the structure is major important. It's one of the first things I do is I get the person's diaphragm moving and get the system pumping and breathing. Prostate cancer, I said it earlier, is probably the easiest cancer to treat. Every man will get it if we live long enough.
Right.
Okay? And it goes mainly to the bones. If you make the bones strong, it can't do anything except grow locally.
Okay.
There was an old chemical formula that worked called Honvan. You can look it up on the Internet, Honvan. It cost 50 cents a pill, and they took it off the market. Every Mexican doctor knew about it. And it knocks out prostate cancer so fast. It's incredible. You may find it in India and stuff like that.
Okay. Do they still have it in Mexico?
They may have it in Mexico. I don't know. But, type it into the Internet and see what you can find on it. It was taken off the market in 1972.
What are the ingredients, Harvey?
It's a chemical. It'll chemically castrate the system. The difference is it worked and it was inexpensive and they took it off.
What do you think of saw palmetto?
Saw palmetto is very good. Very good. It'll keep the prostate
from enlarging, right?
Yeah, it'll keep it from enlarging. And I tell people the best way to keep the prostate from enlarging: a lot of sex.
Yes.
Okay. It drains the prostate.
About castration, just so people don't get the wrong idea of what you're talking about. Explain that, Harvey.
Well, it's chemical castration. What they're doing essentially is they're giving you feminizing hormones. Okay, and it shrinks up the testicles and stuff like that, and shrinks that up. That's the way they treat prostate cancer. Okay, and it's a chemical castration, essentially.
Would you assume that everyone who has cancer, if they had a pH test, will show that they're more acidic than alkaline?
The cells will be acidic, and the blood will be alkaline, 1,000%. Everyone. Cancer's a mold, grows in that environment. Poor oxygen, acidic cells, alkaline blood, the mold grows.
So would you recommend that he change his pH level?
Yeah, that's the key. It's how do you change the pH level? It's attitude is a lot. Diet's part of the show. Changing the pH level is not as easy as people think. But we used to, when I had my clinic in Mexico, we'd have you on IVs and keep the pHs stable all the time while we did a little bit of chemo, and we had great results.
I went out and picked up some pH test strips, and I do it all the time. I always check it.
It's very important. And the biggest thing, attitude. Laugh, take a break, and stuff like that, and you'll see your pHs.
You're a staunch believer in that, aren't you?
Oh, attitude sets up everything. It sets up the physical. If you're angry, your face structure will show it, your body structure will show it, and it will start to cause things. in your pH. You more tend to be on the alkaline side. When your cells tend to be more on the alkaline side, you're much calmer and you're much more focused.
What do you think of genetically modified foods?
Well, to me, anything the system gets their hands on, they're messing it up. And to me, if you can't read the label on it, it's in a package, it's no good. I don't like any of that stuff. I don't like this newfangled stuff at all. Basically, I live by the KISS principle: keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, that's the name of the game.
That's the name of the game. It's so much simpler than people think. Get ourselves out of all of this craziness, all of this packaged stuff. I live in this town that's all organic, which is great. Number one, things like that. Yes, I used to do a lot of cataract surgery, and you will see better. So as the lens gets cloudy, you're not seeing. Yeah, I would like the surgery done myself. So I don't have any problem with the cataract surgery. The other thing is, and I've mentioned it before, find what's called the cranial osteopath. They will manipulate the bones in the skull very gently and take the pressure off the eye. If they take the pressure off the eye, the glaucoma will do better. And that's a real key. Structure is a major, major key to disease, and a classic osteopath knows that. Learning is a process, I tell people. Disease is a process. Cure is a process.
What do you think of the soul?
Huh? I'm stunned at how much I believe in that. That how much I believe in the energy, the soul, the spirit, and the reincarnation, because, again, I'm a left-brain physician, but that has to make sense. It totally makes sense. I've actually seen people and taken slides, and I look at them, and I know they're dead already. Like the soul has left the body.
It's gone.
Yeah, you can see that. You can see, to me, the life is in the blood. I think the soul travels through the blood, and I'm a total believer in that. That's again, I wouldn't do it that way. Women, I think they're really beating women apart by doing all this hormonal therapy on it, the bone therapy. They want to give you the Fosamax. If your bones won't deteriorate, if you go out and take a half hour to an hour walk every day, your bones are not going to deteriorate. What most women happens after the kids are gone and everything, they just sit around in the home, and that's why their bones deteriorate. Use